Okay, so now we're ready to go. Okay, so as usual, thank you all for taking the time to come to the session, and I'd like to welcome you to the 12th session. So as before, all sessions are recorded, and they'll be available from the free resources section of our website. So this one will be recorded, and you can access all previous ones up to this if you haven't done so already. I'd just like to make a quick mention of our sponsors, who are the Nominate Trust and Cambridge University Press, and thank them for making this initiative possible. So you've all been muted on entry, and will all be muted throughout the session, so any questions or general communication will be done through the chat function, which you can see on the right-hand side of your screen. So today we have Sandra Partington from City and Islington College in London, and she's going to speak to us about using images in the classroom. So she's going to take us through a bit on engaging the visual learner, some new ideas for using images in the classroom, and give us a glimpse at digital storytelling. So thanks a million to Sandra for taking the time both to prepare the session and for taking the time to actually deliver the session to us today. So a bit about Sandra. Sandra is the e-learning manager at City and Islington College. She's responsible for increasing the use of the college virtual learning environment and use of online resources for learning and teaching, and providing a professional development program for staff. Sandra has been a member of the Association of Learning Technology Conference Committee for the past 2 years and has presented at ALTC and other FE and HE conferences on e-learning on behalf of the college, and as project manager for the HEA Pathfinder project at the University of East London in 2008. So hopefully now I'll be able to hand you over to Sandra, who will take you through a 40-minute-ish presentation. There'll then be time for questions. If you have questions during the presentation, you can type them in, and Sandra can either answer them then or answer them all at the end. So I'll just check now and try and see, has Sandra managed to ring in? Yeah, so we've called in user 3. I'll just unmute her. I presume that's her. Is that you, Sandra?
Hello, Neil. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, very good. That's good to hear. So I hope you got to hear your introduction there. I hope you were in for that.
Yes, I did.
If you're ready to go, you can take it away. I'll just make you presenter, and then you should be able to go.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. We did have a nice chat earlier. I had a nice chat with Neil, and everything was working. But in true IT tradition, now it's a bit misbehaving. So I'll talk to you, and you'll send me little messages in the chat, I hope. Yes, what I'd like to talk about is teaching with pictures. My background is I'm the e-learning manager here. I was originally a teacher of art and design and textiles and graphic design, so I'm kind of used to faffing about with pictures. But as I've moved into my role as e-learning manager, we run various projects with teachers to look at teaching and learning with technology, and using images was one of our projects, and we also do using interactive resources. So we had a project called Engaging the Visual Learner, and at the time everyone was interested in learning styles and differentiation and such things. So we had a project really that was around teachers using more images in the classroom and online. And at that time we'd recently opened a new building with interactive whiteboards, and we'd launched our VLE, so we had lots of places that we'd like people to use, and we wanted them to stop putting so many words online. So what I'm going to take you through are a set of examples from that project, and I'll just be telling you about the activities and what they were aimed at, and then there's an opportunity for us to do a bit of thinking, and also to look at approaches to teaching using images. So I'll tootle along. I feel like I can't hear anybody, but send me little messages so I know that you're there and enjoying yourselves. I hope you've all got cups of tea. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a little bit of engaging the visual learner. We've got a first project here, and I'm clicking. Oh, here we go. It's my colleague Eunice. and she's a key skills coordinator, and her project was to liven up as she put it, can be slightly boring topic of health and safety, and so it was all about finding some images on the web and images of bad things that you shouldn't do. This lesson was run in a classroom with an interactive whiteboard with a projector, and also it was an IT room, so they had computers. So what they did, they began with some images, and Eunice had to try and find images of what she wanted, which wasn't always easy. She found these on Google. She then had a little click and drag exercise for the students to do in their own time, a bit of a quiz, which it was a tool, a ready-made tool that somebody gave us called Picture Grid Editor. And the nice thing was that they could start the lesson looking at pictures, and then also try some things out, and then individually see if they got things right or wrong. So you can see here Eunice has got various hazards, including movable heaters and cell phones. Anyway, so what happened with this one? She ran the session, and then we got some benefits back, beneficial to the learners. It roused their interest. The students were taking part in the interactive thing. The students also noted that they liked to see the pictures. And as I say, that was just a small intervention, and Eunice wanted next to actually get the students to create their own quizzes, and also use a learning object like that one for topics students tend to find boring. So that was the best thing from it. Okay, let's have a look at another one. In this one, my colleague Catherine Gordon, who's a lecturer on the foundation degree in health studies, decided to do part of her curriculum is non-verbal communication, so that was handy. So she really wanted to make an impact with pictures, and I'm going to show you a few of hers that she produced for this PowerPoint, and it was to introduce a topic and illustrate how we communicate. So here we go, stand back. We've got something from nature here. I'm communicating that I'm strong and want to be mated with. That was her. That's that one. Next one, she's got gesture, and she's got facial expression, and as you can see, they're quite strong images. She used them as a quick review at the end of the lesson, and also she put these on the virtual learning environment, so this PowerPoint would be used remotely as well. She likes to use a lot of pictures in the lesson, and then also store those things for students so they can view them again. Oh, one more. Okay. Next one we have is Franco, and he teaches students with learning difficulties. He teaches IT and language, and he tried out things in PowerPoint we were using because it was easy to do. He tried out these interactive resources, which can also be used printed out, but he had them on the screen. He had a classroom with computers and an interactive whiteboard. So this exercise is really simple, but you get to connect the picture to the words. So, and you have a rollover. So the student would be taking this themselves, and depending which word they choose, they get it right or wrong. And what Franco liked, he could basically put any type of picture in the middle and do lots of different themes. But he's very keen on this one, and it went down well. One thing he came across here at the end was interesting. Access to suitable image banks. As part of the project, we looked through various different image banks, and people did have to get used to